everyone. My name is Ashley Dawson, and today we have a beautiful special guest, Mirin, who's here to enlighten us on her involvement in our Lunar Synergy retreat that we are hosting coming up starting in September and October. I'm really delighted to be here and discuss your involvement within the retreat. Just really quickly, our Lunar Synergy retreat is a holistic health transformational health optimization retreat. So just guiding you through all the different lovely topics of what it means to have complete health and complete control over your health. So thank you so much for being here, Mirin.
Thank you. I'm super excited, and it's an honor, really. Thank you for inviting me to be here and to be part of the retreat. It's really, really cool. What you've been creating.
Yeah, thank you. Honestly, it was a no-brainer too to ask you. Like, I see all the amazing work that you do within your business. I
Thank
thought it
you.
was relevant to have you on to share your expertise and your insight because you're constantly learning new stuff, and so you're still in school too, right?
Oh yeah, I'm constant. I mean, we're all teachers and we're all students, right? But I am constantly learning, and I guess refining and getting more and more focused. It is on what I focus on, because I started, and I still, it's very like self-love is a big massive part of the work that I do, but at the moment I seem to be focusing in specifically kind of on boundaries and self-expression and stuff. And then also going in, I'm very interested in kind of neurodivergence and high sensitivity and things like that. And I seem to be attracting people kind of with that needing help. So it's cool how it evolves.
I love that. And I mean, they go hand in hand too, like the work that you were doing and the stuff that you're learning now in terms of like the nervous system and the neuroscience behind it all, and connecting our mind and body. And, it's all relevant. It's all relevant in the healing experience and in the healing journey. So makes sense that it evolved that way.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that that's important what you're saying, it is the mind and body, it's the mind and the body, they work together. And yeah, you kind of you have to work with both of them inevitably. If you work with the mind, it will impact the body, or if you work with the body, it'll impact the mind. But working with both of them at the same time just accelerates, and
Right.
yeah, it's much more fruitful, I find.
Right. And I'm glad you brought that up because I think that that's the pure intentions behind me creating the retreat is that it's happening cumulatively and we're dealing with all the different health aspects and we're not just isolating one aspect or the other, but we're doing them all together for a really powerful healing experience because it's a more wholesome experience. We're not dissecting health in a bunch of different sections because we're not, as people, we're not alive in different sections. We're a whole person, right? So our health has to be treated in the same manner. So that really is the focus of the retreat, is doing everything on a wholesome level. So I'm really happy that you can bring all those really valuable and equally important insights to your specialty, your niche, and your expertise, so that we can create that wholesome, that bigger picture of the participants' health.
Yeah, totally. And I think, even when we're talking about it, I think for the sake of explaining things, we do compartmentalize and we do separate. And we talk about this part, we talk about the body and we talk about the mind separately, or we talk about hormone regulation, or we talk about things individually. But it is that they aren't, the mind and the body aren't separate.
Right.
One.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
Exactly. We bring it together. We might talk about it separately, but we bring it together to make it make sense as a whole picture kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, beautiful. So then I think our audience, I'd love for you to explain a little bit more in depth of what it is that you're going to be bringing to the retreat, in terms of your expertise and in terms of the work that you do. It's very powerful work that you do with people, whether it be a one-on-one setting or a workshop, a group workshop, or whatever it might be. But I'd love for you to explain it more in depth on that work you do.
Okay, thank you. It's hard. It's hard to condense it. I mean, I work a lot one-on-one, and I run actually a lot of my own workshops, both online and in person. And I guess a lot of what I do, it's like with the workshops, it's very intellectual in a way, giving that intellectual understanding of kind of the topics I specialize in. So as I mentioned, there's self-love, boundaries, trauma, nervous system regulation, and just overall emotional regulation. And bringing the mind, not the bring the mind, yes, so bringing the body into that as well. I guess those would be my areas of expertise, and obviously, I guess educating, so bringing the information and the knowledge behind that is a big part of what I'll be doing, but then also how to implement and embody that information. Often in my workshops, I don't I give the information, but we'll then do exercises that bring in the body as well to help to really consolidate that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess those that would be what I'm bringing, but I'm also just really excited for the group work, and I know that I think it's a Facebook group or whatever. It's a
Mm-hmm.
Facebook group, right?
A private Facebook group,
A
yeah.
private Facebook group. Yeah, I'm really excited about that, and the group connection calls, because I think that's that's like where the real work happens, where you're
Right.
discussing and figuring out how is this relevant to me? How do I put this into practice in my life? Okay, and or there's an obstacle or something that's happened for you, and it's like, okay, well, how do I navigate that?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm really excited about. And obviously the one-to-one work will be really like super powerful too. But it's having those conversations with people and putting this super valuable stuff that I know is like changed my life, changed your life, changed all the other, wonderful women who are helping to co-host this retreat, but like put that into practice and help people put into that practice. That is what I am really, really excited about.
Cool. I love that. Honestly, that is going to be the juiciest part of the retreat, is having people, like-minded people who are on the same journey, experiencing the same thing that you're experiencing in different ways. And then
Mm,
having, like, the amazing women, that I've asked to be a part of this, like you're one of them, and there's many others, but they're just you guys are so powerful in what you have to bring, and the work that you've done, and the personal life experience that you have to share, because you can't be doing this work and helping other people if you haven't done it yourself. So that very personal experience being translated, to help people on their own healing journey, for me, is so powerful. When I was creating it, I was like, it has to be like a group, like a connection community setting, because that's where the real healing work, like that's where it happens, and that's where it's happened for us, and we know it works.
yes, 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 yes. So the two words that stuck out to me there were the community and power. First, community, we heal in community, like community, and just being able to be seen in our power and to discover our power, and also within that community to be, as I said, both teachers and students, because we all have something to share and to learn. Um, Really cool. But you kept saying the word power, and I think, okay, yes, we're powerful women here leading, but that's the hope, is to bring out everybody's power, all the participants' power,
Exactly.
because that I ultimately that's what we're doing. And okay,
The
yes,
point.
we're teaching and all of that, but it's helping to ignite
To
the spark
empower other
to
people.
empower exactly the people who are showing up to take control of their health, to take control of their physical well-being, their mental well-being, the emotional energy,
Exactly.
all of it. Um,
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
it just you work on what one supposedly separate area, but that translates into all areas of your life and helps
Mhm.
them to just shine shine brighter.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't help it just happens like that. You don't even have to force it when you've done that inner work, and you've focused on yourself, and you've loved yourself so much in terms of caring for your health. It just overflows into your other parts of your life, and that's out of your control, and that's beautiful, because that's the beauty of life, right? Where you're allowing it to just happen, all the good things to happen to you, and that's, it's cool to have a container created where we're able to give people the resources to get to that point.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And it's like you're saying, it's you're allowing yourself to do this, because there's so many reasons, excuses we give for not doing this work. It's like, I don't have the time right now, I'm busy doing this, or I don't have the money right now.
Yeah.
But ultimately, like, you invest the time, the energy, the money in that now, and you save time, you save money, you save energy in
Right.
the future by doing that work now, rather than delaying it and delaying it and delaying it.
Exactly. And I think the focus is so we're inspiring, we're empowering, and we're providing like that guidance and that safe space, that community to do the work. And so it's really powerful because sometimes that doesn't really exist in life a lot of times. Like it does, but you have to go and find it. Like I had to travel across the whole world to meet you and to meet this community of very beautiful women. So to
Yeah.
be able to bring it to people, you know, it's online, it's right in your face. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very, very cool.
What's making it super accessible. I mean, that's the great thing about doing these things online is that you can do it from the comfort of your home.
Mhm.
Um, and then there's not the additional costs of traveling and going somewhere or taking time out of your life, taking time of work. You can integrate it into your everyday life, which is ultimately what we're aiming for. We're not aiming to be healed in a special isolated container away from the world, because that's not realistic. That's not the rest of our lives. We're living in a
Right,
world, there's often chaos. So it's learning to take care of ourselves and stay connected to our power
right.
amidst the chaos.
And I think you said before a really powerful thing about you know, doing that inner work. So that those deeply rooted, you know, I'll say they're trauma patterns, just for lack of a better word, but whatever these negative health patterns are that people get stuck in, you have to be able to, and we're giving that outlet to deal with those issues so that you can constantly grow and evolve into your better self, into your optimal health systems, and so that everything's functioning properly, and so that you're growing into good health rather than deteriorating as time goes on, right? So we're really trying to get people to pivot the way that their life is going, that their health is going, by dealing with those deeply rooted negative trauma patterns, I'll just say.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And it's an ongoing process. I think it's
Always.
something. It's really about, because like I've done loads of healing work and stuff, and then I'm like I get to sometimes I regularly check in with myself, and something that was working for me then or was really important to my healing at one point, actually now it's no longer relevant, and I need to readjust. It's like,
Right.
so we're constantly like fine tuning, I guess,
Yeah.
what that looks like.
Exactly. But I mean, as long as you're constantly bringing awareness to yourself and reevaluating those things, that in itself, you know, is a form of healing and like a form of self-love, because you're constantly paying attention to what you need. And now, of course, that's never going to stay the same, but that's evolving. That, you know, that's evolution. So,
Yeah, exactly. But having all the stuff we're kind of going to be doing in the retreat gives that kind of solid foundation
right.
from which to do everything, and to know what you need to do when you need to do it, and kind of, yeah, it's like like I'm trying to think of a metaphor, but it's almost like the scaffolding, I guess, that underpin
Blueprint.
the
That,
blueprint.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly, and there will be the blueprint codes. So yeah, like it's what underlies everything.
For sure. And I like the word foundation, because you need a solid foundation. If you're going to evolve, you have to have that, you know, healing foundation. And I don't think we're ever truly healed. But we can be more healed than we were before, and we can be more capable of certain things because, you know, we've transformed our mind and our body into a different, you know, something different than it was before, where it might have been dysfunctional before, but now we have a grip on, you know, our health and our mind, and they're both correlated, but they drive your life. Both of them together, they drive your life.
Yeah, definitely. And I like that you say that we're never fully healed, but I also think it's not like the fact that we're healing. It's fabulous, it's good, but it doesn't mean that we're broken in the first place.
Right.
I like to
Thank you.
I always like to point that out, because
Yes.
we're not broken. We've just forgotten, forgotten our true essence, forgotten our power, we've forgotten things,
Right.
and
Yeah.
we're coming to this work to remember it.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that, because I know when you say we're never healed, some people automatically assume, okay, well, then you're broken, or whatever word they associate it with.
Yeah.
But yeah, that isn't what it means. It just means that there's room for growth. Like there's always room for growth. And that's really what I mean when we're never fully healed, because you can always be growing and always evolving, and you know, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean, we you know, we both do this work, so I know we both we both do think it, like, it is so, it's so beautiful, and I love, like, I love being part of other people's transformation, because it's so freaking, like, it's so exciting to see it. And like, it's really, it's got very little to do with me and all to do with, you know, the person in front of me, or, you know, the person in front of you. But it's just like, it's a really beautiful thing to be able to witness.
It's a blessing, honestly, to be a part of it, and to let people allow us to be a part of it is a blessing, so that we can
Yeah.
see it happen. And the more we see it happen, the more we learn, the more we can help more people. And it's important to note, we're just guides, really. Like, we're not, you know, we're not telling people what to do. We're just guiding them in the right direction and giving suggestions and giving information. And then people will do what instinctually they know what to do. And that's, again, a part of the work that we do, is helping people reconnect with that part of them, that intuition, that instinct, where they already know what to do. Like you said, it's that remembering, just of what you need,
Yeah.
specifically what you personally, what you need, because everyone's going to need something different.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, Mirin, thank you so much. That was really powerful. I really enjoyed that conversation. Is there anything else you'd like to share with our listeners?
Well, thank you again. Thanks for having me. It's, I always love I love our conversations. And I'm super excited about, the, we'll get, you know, I know Kelly, but I don't really know the other women who will also be hosting the retreats. I'm super excited to get to know them, and to get to know the people who come and join us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited for all of our future participants to meet them, and for you guys to connect. It's a connecting experience for all of us. It's
Mm,
great. So
yeah.
very excited. So if you guys are interested in joining our Lunar Synergy retreat, it is offered in a 1 month, a 3 month, and a 5 month option. And you can join or visit us on our website at holistichealingtribe.com, and all the registration info is on that website for you. So again, thank you so much for joining me, Mirin.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for listening, guys. Have a great day.